I'm Masato Yuki here, and today we're going to be continuing Eternal Strands. We have one more undiscovered. Oh, my heart. For total. We're gonna continue where we left off. We're going to be finishing Intertwined. You have to head to Archon's Hearth. Hold on. We completed the sledge worm. You may be asking, what in the world am I doing going out with no weapons? It's time I grab us the achievement for beating an arc without a single thing. All I need is Weaver's Grasp. Here we have... There's the achievement known as Matter Over Mind. Defeat a great creature Archon without equipping a weapon. Well, we have to head back. There's no way we can... Actually, we can kill things without a weapon. It's just, I do not like fighting without it. So we still need Serenite, and we still need Huskhound Fur. Huskhound Fur isn't too hard to get. Ooh. We need double what we have now. Okay. Set to the hearth. Oh!
A cave should not be this hot.
There are times I wish our forebears had cut a few corners. But no, everything still works decades later. Just works wrong.
That didn't even get me Husk Counter. This is our first of 3 Husk Counters. Second Husk Counter. Okay. We have it there. There's boils. Got this. I only want the hounds. Said only the hounds. Thank you guys. One more Husk Counter. Don't want to. Go away. Yikes, lag spike. Dude, seriously, jump off the map. Dang it, I lost my hound because of that. Be in constant awe.
The incandescent arch houses another loom gate.
Yeet, not my problem. The axles are. There's that. We got... Okay, so we're done with this quest. Okay. Let's head to the yard to finish this up. Because when we do quests in bulk, we finish them quickly in bulk. Oh, great. Oh yeah, I didn't check. What was the boss for this area again? Wintertide. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, wait.
A detailed list of all scries exported from the Enclave.
Judge's Mire and Lord Yellow.
Perfect for cross-referencing in our little hunt.
Wintertide's honestly... Forge is annoying to fight. Wintertide's just not fun to fight. Let's get the 2 things for this quest, and then we can move on. And then once we move on, in Sapper's Lake, pretty sure it's another arc of Wintertide.
I'll need to get these back to Lane.
So we need to head to the Archon's Expanse? Yeah. Wintertide is not fun to fight. I will stand by this. The reason I don't like Wintertide is we don't have an effective means of breaking the ice. Like, probably should just make the flame bow. That'd probably be the easiest way of beating it. But honestly, I like doing things with the powers. I think this is the best way because it's fun. Weaver's Grasp allows you to easily beat the first boss.
Let's see what we've got here. These all seem to be species like the eye delivered. These are dated 40 years ago. But I could still imagine him saying all of these things today.
Which arc is here anyway? I'm pretty sure it's Forge. I don't really want to fight Forge at the moment. Like, I can take out its armor easily. It's the Rampage mode. I have to. I should make a really good bow. Like, I've been neglecting the ranged aspect of this game. And honestly, this makes me want to do Monster Hunter. Because I'll look up some Monster Hunter things and see what I can do about that. I'm gonna start earning some money by helping out family. Because I can't. I can't get a job till we move. Yeah, kind of unfortunate on my part. 3 sisters in Weaver's Rest. Other than Everon. I don't think I can get it now. Let's head back to Glintwood Hollow. Only reason I'm heading back there is to get the potential of those rocks being there. Sans has. Nah. Really? Nothing else we can do here. With the lack of our potions, we won't be able to clear out the one area. Let's craft the modulator. Lane, Codex compiling. Oh yeah, I still have to read these two. Magical exports. Okay. At behest of Ericum, a Hearthsider and an ally, we've delved into the matter of how the Enclave handled the export of rare constructions such as scries and arrowless, while the ultimate goal of our investigation was locating a caravan that we believe never left the Enclave. Some additional details and patterns emerged that were worth exploring. Using our recovered caravan and export logs as a basis, and continuing investigations contingent on the Axle's ascent, we traced the intriguing pattern. The Enclave was scrupulous about balancing their exports between other nations. If one nation had excess enchantments, there would be new favorable deals negotiated with other nations, often limited duration to trigger a sense of urgency for prospect buyers. Similarly, when trade slowed, a powerful nation might be given a nudge through reduced tariffs to continue the escalation of enchanted armaments and augmentations. Furthermore, and seemingly unknown to the Enclave's extensive trade network, all evidence points to coordinated delicate escalation in these tactics over time. What's unknown to us is if that was purely economic plan or if some more deliberate creation of dependency where any nation risking sanction and losing trade ties by threatening the Enclave would be given a pause by knowing their neighbors would have a distinct technological edge. If the latter, it would certainly match the initiatives where we've seen in attempting to attract the best and brightest artisans and enchanters into Nevron's halls, control the innovators, and you always hold the technical edge. Unless your society is devastated by a magical disaster, that is, but what are the chances of that? Or, it has ordered me to note here that there's a chance the above are very high.
I think we can call that as close as we're going to get.
I agree. Good news, Arik. It's likely your caravan didn't leave.
You're sure?
Reasonably. We know which caravan was carrying a sealed case of 2 scries from the Keep records.
There's no log of it departing, and the logs were quite consistent after the surge.
And the Axle had several older drovers who told stories of caravans that lost control of their beasts in the panic. More than a few, sadly, pitched their entire caravan into the newly formed fissure in the lower city.
The runners would have recovered anything that important years ago were it still by the gate.
Suggesting the scries might have gone over the edge. Bryn, I hate to ask, but
I can take a look. Absolutely.
just be careful. The tangles get thick down there.
I understand we have a bunch of codex compiling. 2 of them to be precise. The reason I am not doing it is because I didn't feel like reading 2 more paragraphs. So we need to go to these two. Well, let's complete the main quest first. No, 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 no. I need a way of killing the Ark of Wintertide. I hate to do this, but let's craft the flame bow. Ooh, if I could get 2 more Drake scales, I could have done that. And then that. And then 2 of these. And then... Oh my gosh, if we get 2 more Drake scales, I can... I can complete the quest. And then 1 tan.
Always refreshing to work with.
General flame magic.
Carved materials.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Fun fact, when we're done with the game, is when I'll do the crafting of all the armor pieces, if any we don't have. And here we are. An achievement, a perfect pairing. Broker and unlikely odds if
Well,
over too
that
long.
did something. I should go check with the axle that it worked. Hope I'm not interrupting anything with her and the spindle.
We must head to Lower the Neveron, which is in a drought right now, and head to the Broker's Arch. We have 2 things we need to do here. We need to go to the crevice and check for the caravan. Maybe retrieve it, and then there's the... this. I'm not fighting the glass tail over my dead body.
It's a report blaming the Verdant Mines for an explosion near the Vale. Supposedly, this explosion was the cause of the cyclical miasma floods. But we know that the floods were caused by Asylum. This doesn't add up.
Should be close to where the scry-carrying caravan might have gone over the edge.
I'll have a look.
Vámonos! Ow.
Good news, Eric.
I can see. That's quite possibly our lost scries.
Will you be able to retrieve it?
Now that we've identified it, yes.
I could easily take that. It's all without him. Yeah. We have a bunch of consulting to do. Which means... Okay. Pillaged information. We gotta do this. Consult, and then we gotta get info.
Weaver's Rest. Said to be a common place for weavers in Lowtown to gather.
Here's something. Let's see. It seems to be information on Lucia's various projects. There are a lot of redactions here. Seems like someone was trying to hide something.
Okay. Seeing how the only one we don't have done is Burning Curiosity, which we are going to have a very fun time trying to complete. Just head back. We have 3 consulting to do. Consult Lane, consult Eric M, and consult the Axle. 3 consults. Start with Lane. Oh, no, we'll end with her. I don't want to do that right now. My throat's tired.
I can't believe we actually did it. It's been a pleasure working with your band. If we could match the drive and efficiency you all show, this place would be fixed in months.
He's been a good ally. Let him know it's mutually beneficial.
You've been a support since we met, Arakim. I'm happy to work with you, especially if it helps us recover lost treasures.
We make a good team, Bryn. I'll get the runners on hauling that crate up and let you know when I know more.
Cast insult. I like how we can only enter there from this main gate. And this. Intertwined.
So the curves of the metal suggest... I definitely think an enchanter had a hand in this, as well as someone with intimate knowledge of the loom gates.
Those two people could possibly be one person even. Though I can't fathom who it would be.
Keeping yourselves busy, I see?
It's a conundrum for the ages, that's for sure.
Ah, Bryn. You're back.
You've done amazing work with the resonance modulator. I'm certain this will be a turning point for us.
Thanks. But how do you know it worked?
The loom gate started glowing a strange color before you arrived. I took it as a hint that you'd succeeded.
Spoiled the surprise.
I'm sure the Surgeborn will be plenty surprised when they next try to use the loom gates.
Suffice to say, we're thrilled, Bryn. In a short time, you've done a lot to help us. We were, obviously, a little hesitant to trust newcomers.
Our first impression wasn't the best.
But now, we're in a much better situation when it comes to survival.
It was a group effort.
Happy to have helped. Without you two trusting me, I couldn't have achieved half as much. So, thank you for letting me in. I'm glad to have gotten to know both of you.
It's been my pleasure, Bryn.
Likewise.
So, let's recap for a moment. 1. We've stopped Surgeborn from navigating the Loomgate network by using the resonance modulator. 2. We've made huge leaps forward in regaining control over the Arks. 3. We've armed and supplied the Scouts.
It certainly doesn't cast our last decade of work in a forgiving light, does it?
Listen, you've been surviving this crisis for a long time the only way you knew how. But now you have a path to move forward. Your people can choose to follow it, or dwell on past mistakes. Are we ready to face this threat head-on together?
Yes. You're right. Of course you are. We're at the point, resource-wise, where we can start making moves.
I don't really want to speak to my father right now. But I agree that it's time we put pressure on him to do something. Anything. Regardless of what he does. You've earned our support, Bryn. But first, I'd actually like to steal Hirun for a while, if you don't mind. I have some notes to go over with her.
By all means. Have fun.
Okay.
I suppose I'll just get right to it. Why do you treat me differently?
What do you mean?
Everyone else gets the stern you, the you who's in charge, the Axel. But I get the friendly face, the compliance, this you who I don't understand. Is it because of my dad? Because everyone answers to him? Are you trying to get close to him through me? I can't handle it, Hirun. I need to know that I'm not just being manipulated by everyone around me.
It's not because of that.
Then... what is it?
I spend time around you because I want to. To see you, to speak with you, to work alongside you.
Ooh.
To see the look in your eyes when you solve a problem. Skies, I shouldn't... None of this is... If we could find somewhere else, beyond the gaze of the hold...
Hirun. Stop. Take my hand. And we'll go. I have a place in mind. I didn't see it before, but... I think... I would like to tell you of the ways in which you are important to me, too.
New quest, assign Gambit. Return to base and plan the next steps. And there's the level 5 everything. Which I'm pretty sure is max level. We do need to do that. Well, we have to go back anyway. But we're gonna end up completing. This main story is amazing. So far.
What's going on?
Arik, why don't you fill her in?
Our plan worked. The Eye is mobilizing the scouts for a large-scale attack on the Surgeborn.
I take it the Axle and the Spindle put him up to this?
Yes. Not that Khan Stanild is admitting that. He claims that with the supply shortage taken care of and the Ark restoration underway, now is the time to strike.
And Bryn is receiving due credit for all her work, I'm sure.
No.
So what's his plan?
The scouts will stage a distraction in the underworks, while the Eye and the Spindle do something to the Grand Gate. That's all I know. The Eye wants everyone to convene at Cassidon's Hold for a speech to learn more.
He wants us there.
Khan Stanild loves an audience. Doesn't matter who's in it.
I thought you'd be happier about all this.
I have reservations about the Eye launching a plan using my scouts without consulting me.
Oh. One moment, sorry. Since we're probably going to be shoved straight into the cutscene with the speech, I'm going to stop talking here, because this is a decent stuff. But I'm not ending the stream. I just wanted to convey my thoughts. The Eye's finally moving. He's finally doing his job. Okay, and the fact is that he is using Ericim's scouts without notifying him is... Something tells me something's gonna go wrong. There is also the fact of... We still have a few things that we need to do. Quest-wise. Finishing Lane's quest, upgrading the buildings, stuff like that. It's gonna be really nice.
The reality is, the leader of the Enclave has the power and influence we need to take a stand against the Surgeborn. Regardless of how likable the man holding the title may be.
Power and influence, sure. But not the expertise.
I'm not gonna side with either.
We faced down Surgeborn and monsters, repaired lost innovations, and even won over the grumpiest of guild leaders. We're ready for anything, no matter what happens.
It can't hurt to hear his big speech before jumping to conclusions.
I'm here to escort you. Talk to me when you're ready.
Jasmine, upgrade station. We are going to need... That's not 300. 150 plus 150 is 300, but we have... So we're looking for 350. We're looking for 450. Holy macrons. Let's start by getting rid of bigger resource stashes. A denser caliper. Let's set that to 10. Set this to 10. Set this to 10. So that's 10. That to 10. Upgrade station. We're gonna upgrade all of these. Honestly, let's just start with Aiden. Lane's archive. Soul is forged and now level 5. And last but not least, Tasman's Caravan. Room will have 24 slots in her pack, and the sky will be able to pull up to 7 new resources. If that's max level, there's an achievement. Bryn's tent, level 3, let's go. Not an achievement? Or did it just not pop? Not an achievement. That wasn't an achievement, dang! Sorry, I'm currently looking.
So we're fine with Arik just spending all his time in our camp now?
Kaz, unlike the other Hearthsiders, he's been welcoming. Where's this coming from?
Oh, is that what we're calling lurking in the shadows and watching Bryn sleep now? Welcoming? Wasn't that long ago that we all thought it was creepy. But I guess now that he's got a handsome face beneath that mask, it's friendly.
You'll warm up to him in time.
Yes, yeah, we can trade supply. Each resource costs. Salvage. Break scale. Just give me all those straight scales. Okay. Ah, that. Sorry, I am looking for a certain. Oh, okay. Craft. Ensnaring. Shot.
Take them out from a distance, and they'll never know.
There's the achievement, expensive taste. Craft a weapon using only 5-star resources. Oh! I just realized something! Good supplies. Each. Yes! We have a means of actually quickly going through these. Yes, we can get 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. craft.
Now that we have a pattern tracer, it's time to head to Cassidy's hold.
Cousins. Let's do Lane's quest now. I'll get to rest my throat with a long speech. The Verdant Mines. The Verdant Mines. The Verdant Mines were a militant group formed after the Surge by a group of subversive academics and other hangers-on. Their main goal was to take down the Veil. I strongly believe that Kiernick Standal's administration was holding back vital information about the Surge. Led by an enchantress by the name of Lucia, their goal was to sabotage various complex enchantments, including hijacking or disabling Archons. They achieved this by using Lucian's high rank to steal information about the Enclave's most highly guarded research labs. Their most notorious moment, and also their final moment, was when they attempted to bring down the Veil. The reliance on faulty intelligence proved their downfall, and the group was wiped out. Lucia excluded by a huge explosion that additionally claimed the lives of dozens of innocent bystanders. It's not clear exactly what caused the explosion, but Lucia's journals from around the time place heavy blame on the Eye. The entries include allegations both that he knew both the Verdant Mind's plans and that he was aware of enough specifics that he knew they'd fail catastrophically. Below is an illustrated of excerpt of one of Lucia's journal entries. I washed my hands, but I'm not reading that because it... Fine. Washed my hands of it, but they pressed onwards. He was fully aware what I thought of them, of course, what I'd taken from the labs, and so he let it happen. He knew they were going to try to pierce the Veil, and now dozens are dead. He knew Vile broke bread with them, but when they and the rest of the Verdant Minds went off to die, Kendrick just watched. The Veil character mentioned above seems to have been a member of the diplomatic corps, who transitioned into academia after the role was nullified by the cessation of diplomatic activity post-Surge. Vile was known to the Eye, given their position, and several of Lucia's writings reference them positively. Shortly after the incident, the Eye delivered a series of speeches blaming the Verdant Minds for triggering the miasma floods. I'm gonna skip that word because I'm bad at English for some reason. You know what? I'm gonna stop this paragraph right here by saying I think I'm gonna start doing some self-taught lessons on English now. Learning more vocabulary and stuff. Just so I don't need to struggle that much when playing these games. Yeah. New life goal acquired. Miasma floods, which we now know were caused by Asylum. An expert is included below. I speak to you in the aftermath of tragedy. It is now clear to me that remains our society have been infiltrated by those who would do us harm. We will root out the dissenter vermin at all levels of administration. Their ideology has claimed too many lives to be allowed to breathe free. In the meantime, to ensure peace and prosperity, martial law is in effect across remaining settlements, while ideological cleansing is ongoing. Council elections will be suspended outside of pressing matters such as the death of a council member. Given the above, it is clear the downfall of the Verdant Minds was part of a larger political gambit by the Eye to seize additional power. Yikes!
So what did we find out? Any big revelations? What's wrong?
This isn't what I expected at all. I think you need to read this yourself.
Well, sure, but... Alright. This is one of Lucia's journals, right?
Yes.
I washed my hands of it, but they pressed onwards. He was fully aware of what I taught them, of course. What I'd taken from the Institute. And so, he let it happen. He knew they were going to try to pierce the veil, and now dozens are dead. He knew Vile. Broke bread with them. But when they and the rest of the Verdant Minds went off to die, Kenrick just watched.
And now read this. A transcript of one of his speeches, delivered around the same time that journal entry was written.
We will root out these dissenter vermin at all levels of administration. Their ideology has claimed too many lives to be allowed to breathe free. In the meantime, to ensure peace and prosperity, martial law is in effect across remaining settlements. So he let the explosion happen and used it for his own political gain. Wow. He's a real piece of work.
He didn't exactly engineer this, but he isn't innocent either. He sat back and allowed the Verdant Minds to try breaking through the veil. Then they unintentionally triggered a huge explosion, conveniently wiping themselves out in the process. And just like that, the Eye had a scapegoat on whom to blame the cyclical miasma floods.
Cyclical. Good word.
He used panic and fear to secure himself a spot as provisional leader. But everyone eventually forgot that provisional bit. I genuinely didn't expect this at all. I thought I'd find out that he'd just been mildly conniving all his life, not this.
So, what do we do about this then?
We need to confront him. He may be the Enclave's leader, but we can still take him to task on what he's covered up.
Wait, what? You really think that'll work?
Yes. I'll present him with our evidence, and he'll have to give us an explanation.
I'm open to the idea. But what makes you think he'll want to speak to us?
I'm confident in my powers of persuasion. I may be young, but a lifetime spent orbiting the seats of power in Judea. Well, let's just say that I know how to appeal to a politician's better judgment.
Well, I trust your judgment.
Excellent. I'll finish writing this dossier, and I'll meet you in Cassidon's Hold. Have faith.
It's not you who I'm lacking faith in. Trust me. Anyway, I'll see you at the Hold.
I won't be long.
Oh god. Okay. All three of these quests require us to go to the Hold. So let's start with the main quest. With Eric and my son Gambit.
Ready to head to Cassidon's Hold?
An event. After confirming that you're ready with Eric and the series events will play out, be sure you're well prepared. Ha, I'm ready.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Great. Hey, while it's just the two of us, I'll be deploying to the Underworks almost immediately after we arrive. Watch Khan Stanold for me, will you? I know Oriel wants you to give him a chance, but he can't be trusted.
I trust you, Eric.
I'm always ready for anything, Eric.
I know. Let's move.
Decades of caution have been rewarded, friends. For this moment, and not one sooner, is the precise time to strike. Today, we wrangle our lands free from the Surgeborn's grasp and reclaim our hearth once more. Whatever it takes. None of this could be possible without the esteemed prowess of the Spindle. Her work on the Arks has laid the foundation for my plan. She and I will proceed to the Grand Gate at once. Scouts, you have your orders. It's time. Whatever it takes.
Need to fix my hair, I'm so sorry. That's not a very good speech, by the way.
Bryn, you need to come with me.
Now?
Yeah, no time to explain. And Aurea, you should get on the scry.
All right. Whatever you need.
Let's go. Sev, I know you said there's no time to explain, but want to give me a clue as to where we're going?
So, obviously I've been working with the Eye. And well, he had me repair the Grand Gate. It's connected to this place called the Source, and I guess that's where the Surgeborn came from. He's got this plan to go there and solve this problem once and for all.
Right. I heard that part of his speech already. What does this have to do with us sprinting like an Ash Peak Drake is on our heels?
So there's, it's better if I just show you.
Perfect. As punctual as you are daring.
Sev, what's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, don't blame him. He's merely a puppet. Ironic, given I'm the one all tangled up.
So you can talk?
Of course. Only language could allow me to prey upon Kenrick's exquisite inadequacies.
You've been talking to the Eye? Manipulating him?
Into a foolhardy and preposterous plan that only an absolute imbecile could think was worth pursuing, yes. I've been down here for years, laying groundwork and learning what I could about your people. All towards a moment when I could convince Kenrick to act. I almost despaired he ever would. And then, along comes you.
Me?
Oh yes. Kenrick is threatened by you. Terrified even. In your brief time inside the Veil, you've accomplished so much more than he has in decades. Not that that's saying much. Still, you are the perfect catalyst for change. We have that in common, as you will discover in time. So now, he's going to open a gate to the heart of the Enclave, convinced he can recover it from us. And the one person I worry might be able to stop us is here, talking to me. You're fast, but even you can't run to the rescue now.
You've thought of everything. Except, why tell me all this?
Because you're too late to stop us. And even if you weren't, no one would believe you.
Sure. Unless they were listening.
Quit taunting it, Bryn. We've got work to do.
No! I'm staying to fix this.
Why aren't there animated cutscenes? Like, with the special animations.
Do whatever you can to buy me time.
She's gonna start the arc of Wintertide? I don't recommend letting you have that. I guess we're letting you have that. Guys, this is a boss battle. One for the
Are you
ages.
seriously about to fight that thing? The spindle told her to buy time.
Let's hope Hyla doesn't take too long.
I summon you, my little servant. What? Yes, try and stab me again. Actually, I love that idea. Stab me. Please, I want to climb your head. I'm not stupid enough to fall for that. Stamina, it's fine. Oh no! This one's going to hurt. I'd like to know. Why didn't my melee attack hurt it? Could you hurry? You need more time? I need more healing! This wasn't in the manual! Dumb. I'm not Googling an answer. I'm pausing to change my batteries there, Dad. The Eye is a coward. That much is certain. I can pepper you. Yeah, I'm getting better at this.
Keep going for much longer.
She needs to.
It's easier for me to just bombard the Surge Point Herald with a random... Oh, great. How do you like becoming a living volcano? I hope there's an easier way of doing this in the future. Cause like, this is epic, okay? Like, it's not the, like, a Souls-like boss fight where, like, you're fighting for my life. I'm just kind of, like, this is a hopeless type of boss fight.
Is the spindle okay?
She can't be. No.
What's she doing to the Ark?
Hopefully not what I think she is.
No, no, you can't kill the spindle! There's a lot to live for. I'll gladly sacrifice my life if it means she gets to live. Yeah, if you had a normal sword, I'm pretty sure I'd be dead. Our anime cutscene. Survived at a cost.
Whatever it takes.
Poor Ida.
Spirits. Okay. Weavers have always dealt with problems like this. Well, not just like this, but yeah. We'll figure it out. Oria. She'll know what to do.
Hey.
Hey.
How do you feel?
Okay now, but it was touch and go for a while. Lane will probably never forgive me. For that matter, I might not either.
I knew that fight. The spindle, giving her life like that. It'd be on your mind all night. How could it not? And I've been mulling over what to tell you this morning. I had a speech planned, but you don't need a speech. You're like me. It'd ring forth. So I'm going to tell you what I'd need to hear after something like that. You did good. It was an awful situation, but you stood up and did what needed to be done without hesitating. Not many people have that kind of grit.
I can't shake the feeling that if I had done something more, the spindle would still be with us.
I agree. If I could have done more, the spindle would be with us.
She made her choices same as you. She was a weaver, and we do whatever it takes. Look, I know you, Bryn. You're made of stern stuff. You've the mountains in your bones. Any sense of doubt or being shaken is just snowfall. Temporary, and it'll slide off soon.
That was the part you practiced, right?
Yes. But that doesn't make it less true.
Okay. Okay. Thoughts on what we do next? We obviously need to deal with that beast. But where to start?
We need to get everyone together. Our band, Arakim too. And I want you to call the meeting.
Me?
Yes. You.
Her arm's healed! Is it? It is!
I know everyone's up in their heads right now, but we have real problems to solve. So let's clear the air.
Are you running this discussion, then?
She is.
Sev, this has to start with you.
One moment.
We knew you were working with the Eye. We told you we'd have your back. Help us understand what happened. Just breathe, Sev. Start from the beginning.
I'm sure Bryn and Sola told you all. But I belong to an order called the Norians. We're sometimes called the Watersmiths. Imagine my surprise to learn our talents had been critical to the construction of the tapestry. Our order binds us to always help another Norian. Especially a high-ranking one like Stanild. And to keep their secrets.
So that's how he sunk his claws into you.
Norians operate nothing like this, do you? Sub was... Okay. I don't think I actually want to ask any of those questions. They're good questions, yes, but they're none I want to actually have answered. As Bren, I don't want them answered.
The most important thing is whether we can trust you.
Yes, Sev. Convince us.
I swear, nothing I did was intended to cause harm. Too many of my order are political animals. But there is real good to be found among the Norians. Craftspeople who just wish to perfect their art. To bring water to people in need. To experiment, but need the resources to do so. Unfortunately, too many of those resources are controlled by people like Stanild. They're all the same. They see a point of control. Water, information, wealth. And they abuse it. I thought the secrets were a necessary evil. For some great purpose, but... seeing his chokehold on the Enclave... it's stagnation. You all have every right to distrust me. I am sorry. No more secrets. I just can't do it anymore.
If you can't be a Norian, then what are you?
If you'd have me, I'd like to stay.
Those of us who have been here longer than Sev. Thoughts?
It's hard to have divided loyalties. But you did the right thing in the end, and if you hadn't, we might all be dead. That takes courage.
Still wasn't quick enough.
I don't know what to make of any of this. I want to believe you, but it's hard in the uncertainty surrounding us.
When I was going through it, you all pulled together to help me.
You are all heard. And I would add that you joined us under false pretenses, Sev. You had loyalties outside the band you never disclosed.
I have a hard time accepting that he kept so much from us, but shared so much with the Eye. Who knows what Stanild, or gods help us, the Talon heard about us? Only time will tell how much damage that's done.
Lane, I hear you and I understand. Sev has real work to do to rebuild trust. Only you can decide when the apology feels real to you. Sev, that considered, you have worked tirelessly since joining us, and demonstrated an enterprising spirit and deftness as a smith. And before the blade could completely fall, you risked all by blocking it with your own hand. You can never be a Norian again. I do not sense that you wish to be. And who are the Weavers but a group of outcasts and misfits, just trying to muddle through together? You will stay, and you will help. We have work to do. Tell us about Stanild's plan.
Thank you, Horia.
We need to move past this. Refocus to discussion of fixing things.
I'm sure we all have things we want to say, to Sev and each other. But that can wait. Right now, while we're all here together, we need to focus on next steps. But here's our challenge. That Talon. It spoke. It knew things it couldn't know about us. We're on the back foot and need to catch up fast.
Then let me, as Soria said, help. After I repaired the gate, Stanil took me completely into his confidence. He'd been questioning and learning from the Talon, or so he thought.
Not realizing he was being manipulated.
He was increasingly estranged from his daughter. I'd wager he was desperate for a friend.
I'd agree. Based on what he'd learned from the Surgeborn from his friend, he put together a plan.
Use my people as a distraction to pull the bulk of the Surgeborn out of the underworks. All while he used the gate to... what?
There is a place, deep, deep underground, known as the Source. A feat of engineering unparalleled. It's the secret to the Enclave's power. The abundance of magic. The heart of the tapestry. The thing powering the Veil. There was only a single loom gate still connected to the Source after Asylum cleared all connections. And I'm the one who repaired it.
The Grand Gate would take him right to the heart of things, then.
Exactly.
Stanil thought he could... what? Sneak down there and fix things somehow? Tear down the Veil?
His hope was to go down and secure a working space, sealed off from the distracted Surgeborn. He wanted to eventually fix things with the help of the Spindle. All glory to his family.
That arrogant idiot.
He'd read in his personal archives there was a system designed to shut down the Source. In the hopes of discovering how it worked, he had been feeding information to the Spindle about it in drips.
Meaning she might have been working on a fix for the Source without knowing it.
Then we have to pursue her research, clearly.
Good. But we still have the problem Stanild never saw coming. A great Surgeborn.
Which almost certainly will be unkillable if it operates like every other Surgeborn. It's hard to imagine any place more full of tangles than the literal source of the magic that's overflowing.
On that, I have an idea. If I'm right, we might be able to turn the tables and remove its advantage. I'll need Bryn's help if that's all right with everyone.
Of course. If it gives us a chance, we have to take it.
I agree.
Has anyone just thought to ask the Talon?
What would we ask it? Favorite color? Favorite way to disembowel Ashar?
No, she's right. It has clearly demonstrated an interest in Bryn. Maybe she could pry some information out of it.
I'm not sure I'll get much. But I'm also sure I'm not going to think it's my friend. So, worth exploring?
Then we have a path forward. Sev will pursue his thoughts on dealing with that beast.
My people have started calling it the Herald.
Of destruction? Doom?
Why not both? As I said, people are on edge.
Fine. Sev pursues weakening this herald. We work with the Axle to look into the Spindle's latest research. And if she feels like it, Bryn has a chat with our imprisoned Surgeborn.
As good a path forward as we are going to find. Let's call it here and get to work.
Oh my gosh, we're done! Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed. I have plans for my friend. And, well, next time we're going to pick up right where we left off, and we have to consult, like, literally everyone. So I hope you have enjoyed. I'll see you all tomorrow with part 10, which will not be the finale. Oh boy, we still got a long ways to go. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. This was Asato. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.